Collecticon 2026. So we're ready for our next guest. All right, like I said, I'm gonna bring him out, have a little conversation with him, catch up with what's going on. Then we'll turn it over to you and your questions. I'll meet everybody. Everybody will come on up and meet you right about here, and then we'll go until the gas runs out. So our next guest is an actor whose career extends across several fandoms. Among his works are, and I'm gonna read off a very long list. Make noise if I mention something you like. A Knight's Tale, Robot, Dodgeball, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Yeah, he was the Flash. Rogue One and other Star Wars projects. Star vs. the Force of Evil, Doom Patrol, Wreck-It Ralph, Young Justice, Creature Commando, Superman, Zootopia, Frozen series, and Firefly. Oh yeah, Alan Tudyk.
Couldn't let you go through all of that.
That's not even anywhere near the full list.
Hello, everyone. Yes, brilliant, lovely. Thank you very much for coming to this. We've got a lot to cover, so let's just all get comfortable and get right into it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I had a couple of things to throw on out, but after last weekend, let's just go into this.
Okay.
You and your castmates and your peers made this social media. I'm not sure if it's an announcement or a declaration.
It was a challenge. So Nathan Fillion has been working on this animated project of Firefly, bringing it back and bringing back some stories of Firefly, the show. The movie, there were some high points. I haven't finished it yet. I only make it to one part of it, and then I always get distracted.
No spoilers for him, please. Thank you.
Get distracted, right as the Reaver ships and all of that. Anyway, but to get it back to what the series was when we were on that Fox network for a while, in the beginning where we were showing up and having a mission, every episode was a new mission, or a different job, or a different planet, or because that was how we always liked the show. It was just bless you. It was best that way, we thought, and he said he's been working on it for about 5 years, and I guess that's about right. I've heard him making noise about it for about 5 years. So it's very far along. There's one big piece that they're now working on, or he's now working on with his team. And the announcement and the reaction to the announcement was a huge help in that, to getting that completed. And he won't tell me anything. So I don't know what luckily I have nothing to say. So I don't even have to lie or obscure anything. I don't know anything.
Just waiting for the next move.
It was really fun to get together, and it was very scary to just sort of, Nathan just handed us cards to read. It was a bit big, it was kind of felt like a mission, like that, the captain's like, look, we're going, come with me. And we all said, sure, let's do it. And he gave us those cards to read on stage, and we just read our parts, and now we'll see what happens. But I think we're in the best position we've been in 5 years for sure, and that's certainly, I guess that's the best position we've been in since it was canceled 20-something years ago. So,
well, I think collectively all the Firefly fans, we're just be waiting for the next stage of announcement, and we're going to be diligently waiting to find out how we can help move the project along.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Not only as a fan, I consider Mark Guggenheim a friend, and I think he's a brilliant writer. I think he and his other half are extremely well suited to be helping out with the writing on this. I texted him right away when his picture wrote, Firefly! He wrote back, apparently. Cool. So that's everything we've said about it. So, okay, you can talk about the old Firefly show, but that's the elephant of it. The other one is, Disney legend.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I've decided I don't want to be called Mr. anymore. I want to be the legend of Alan Tudyk. I don't need to be legendary, but I would like to be the legend of Alan Tudyk. So we can start that in August, I think is really when it starts. After the ceremony.
Yeah, your ceremony and stuff.
It's so cool. It's so very cool. And
what do you, I don't know if you know that, because what do you get with it besides the title? I mean, do you get like a lifetime, like main gate silver pass or something like that?
It must be something like that. I mean, right now I don't go to the parks as much as I probably should. Every once in a while I'll have friends who'll be like, hey, what do you got over there? What can you do for me? I got some kids, I'd love to go. And whenever I've reached out, they've accommodated and been like, yep, come on in. And they give me a person who takes me around and cuts in front of everybody who's been waiting in line for so long. And we just slip right in. And even after you get done, you can go, you know what, that was so good, I think I'd like to do it one more time, please. They go, get right back on. Isn't that insane? So that's pretty much, and I've pulled that trigger really only 2 times. So, and it's been a while, so I guess I can continue to do that. I'm hoping that
don't feel guilty about that, because the other half of the reason is that too is one, so that you and your family and your friends can have it too. And I was a Disney actor for 14 years. I know that's that. The other side of it too is that if people recognize you, they're going to gravitate towards you and everything else, and they'll just jumble up things in line and stuff like that.
It'll confuse the line. I don't want to confuse the line. I was hoping that it would mean like if I have a project idea, like I could just take it to Disney Plus, and they would just say, yes, what do you, here, give us a budget, what do you want? And I just have to say it, and they go, you got it, let's talk talent, who do we want to cast? I'm not sure. I know I get to do the ceremony with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and love that guy. I love his work. I was just listening to Hamilton the other day. And he also has another musical called Warriors, that he was after, you know, the movie Warriors, that was big cult movie about gangs in New York.
Warriors, come on, play. Patrick Kelly.
He did a musical of it. He just wrote a musical, didn't put it on, just put out the album. And he bought and cast all his favorite people for all these amazing people, and you can just get it on Spotify. And anyway, I'm a big fan of his, so I get to see those guys again, and we'll see what I guess I have to wait and see what it means. Other than I get to be called the legend of Alan Tudyk now. Yes. And we get to just create whatever that is. Make up your own story there. Try to be nice.
Absolutely. You've had really such a wonderful career, and is it by accident or design, or maybe a little bit of both, that you seem to have gravitated to so many of these cape, sword, and ray gun roles?
I think it's luck. I'm started in the theater, and I think that sci-fi has more of a theatrical tolerance for it. There's better roles that can be expansive and very imaginative. I've started trying to learn to act normally, like other people, and it's funny. It's a whole new skill. Like you're kind of just talking to your hand, there's all that casual talk. Like anybody can do that. So I've naturally gone to the other roles because they tend to be I get the roles that people are like, we don't know what to do with this. Hey, bring in that guy. Who's that guy who does the weird stuff? Get in. And I usually can, in playing around in those roles, they go, oh yeah, that's what we want then. So it's been that. Also, we made Con Man, and when I say we, I mean me and all the fans who supported it, because it was an Indiegogo campaign. Thank you very much. And it was about the con world, if you don't know about it. And it was about a guy who has similarities to me, but he reflected someone that you don't see at conventions ever anymore, but when I first started going to conventions after Firefly was canceled, there would always be like a couple of guests, like the actors, who would be backstage in the green room being like, you know, I don't have to do this. I have this, and they like looked down on it, and they saw their lives as failure, sort of. Like they had bigger, brighter things for themselves, or they condescended to their own lives. And I thought that'd be a great character for a show, somebody who wants to be famous and is, but they don't see it. They just are missing it because they put a certain, they need certain things out of it that isn't what they thought it would look like. And so that's who my character was. But writing the story about this guy and writing the story about this world has put me more into sci-fi than anything else. Like I started going to more cons during that because I was like, there's no, I'm getting information from cons, and anything anybody asked me to do, I did, yeah. So I did a video game for a little while until they fired the boss and I didn't have to. So I didn't end up in the video game, but I did motion capture for a video game. And just everything I did, I just kept saying yes to all these things, and it just generated this whole, it gave back. Anything I gave to it, it gave back tenfold. So
You became a go-to for certain, it's like, well, just get Alan.
Yeah, but even like, and it is luck too, like Resident Alien, that show. Some people have asked me, were you cast, did they build that show around you? And it was absolutely not. It was a show that they cast everyone but the alien. And everyone was in Vancouver ready to make the pilot, and they were considering that they might have to scrap it and come back a year later or later on when they could find them, because they could not settle on who the alien was. And I just got a call on like a Monday, hey, do you want to go in on this audition? I read it and I was like, ooh, this is exactly the kind of thing I want to do. And went in and just did my version of Harry Vanderspiegel. And I think I was in Vancouver in 2 days. They were like, I remember they were on Zoom. They just had a computer up there, and the director and the creator of the show were on the Zoom, and they just were like, yes, yes, yes. Can you do okay? They were getting genuinely excited. Like, can you do that again? But just do it. Just this a little bit like that. Okay, yeah, do that. And then it was very fast. I was up in Vancouver, and yeah, we did 4 seasons, so that was great.
Because I told this to the audience, it's like, I think you could pull that off. And I think maybe Kevin Smith was someone that could have done a similar project like me too, because within this world, we freely poke fun at ourselves. Mm-hmm. But when it seems like it's coming out from the outside, it can be mean-spirited or just the wrong take on it and stuff. But Con Men, I think, absolutely captures that perfectly. As well as, like, yeah, those guys that were in the shadow of Adam West in his costume cutting the ribbon at a Taco Bell in 1985, you know? It's like, everybody was like, it's come to this, you know? Yes. Alan Rickman's character from Galaxy Quest.
Oh, right, right. And it was interesting when we originally weren't going to do a crowdfund. We took it to all of these different production companies, and you saw them missing it again and again. They're like, oh, this is actually a really good idea, you know? You make fun, you're like, oh, these you know, the nerds, man, right? It's like, no, you're missing it. The idiots are the actors who are coming to these things. They're the ones who, whenever they are too full of themselves, too concerned about their egos or whatever, then you watch them fall, and it's fun to laugh at them. The ones who are the smart ones, are the fans. They're there for the genuine. Like there aren't many places in modern society where you can go and have so much acceptance like the cons, and that's what we really wanted to bring out, was that it's a place where you can come in, and no matter who you are or your background, what you look like, whatever your silhouette is, you can say, hey, I'm Wonder Woman, or I'm Superman right now. And people go, then you're Superman, you're Wonder Woman. You are, yes. And that's the beauty of this world, and of cons. And they didn't seem to get it, so then we ended up going to the fans, and then fans were in it, and Oh, it's just great. It was a really magical time.
Thank you for being protective of us.
Yeah. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked the other way, as you know. It wouldn't have worked.
All right. I'm gonna head over there, start bringing them over here for the questions, stuff like that. Before I do it real. Hi.
Yes. Oh, for me?
Yeah. Please hold for a conference.
I'm waiting for a kidney. And this is probably... No, I'm not.
Do you need anyone in particular, or are you...
Hey, everybody, look at me. Doing something interesting. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Let's figure out how we're gonna stage this. So, all right. So, first guy, come on over. So here's what we'll do, because he might be giving me stuff to give to you guys. So come on. All right. So what else? All right.
Wrong blood type. So if you ask a question, my flight was canceled. That's all. Not that important. I live here now. I just heard blue balls. What were you saying? If you ask a question, I will give you, I tend to give out gifts as a thank you for asking a question. Just so you know, they aren't good, the gifts. Sometimes they're good, but they're usually good mixed with not good. This one, I've just been on an RV trip across America with my wife and my dogs, and I don't have the bag that has the good in it. So now we just have the not so good. So feel free to ask a question and you'll get a not so great gift from me.
All right, boss, what's your name?
Charlie,
What you got?
I was wondering, you have played like 26 characters in Harley Quinn. Who's your favorite?
Clayface! I also like the Joker. He's also very fun. But Clayface is just so ridiculous. He's, of course, an actor who has this accident, and so in Harley Quinn. If you haven't seen it, he's a bad actor. And I remember the first one where they're like, okay, Clayface, go up and pretend you're delivering this package. I see, I'm a mailman. Daddy was a mailman. Daddy didn't love me. He's okay, he needs his backstory on everything. So I would say it's that. So let me, okay, let me see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I got my bag of crap here. Oh, yes. Okay, I don't know if you snore. But if you put these nose strips on, they can help. Now, these aren't nose strips, but it's the box that they come in. There you go. You can put anything in there. Jewelry, you know, whatever.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Matt. As an improviser, I find it difficult sometimes to develop character voices when not in scenes where I might leverage something like the Papo. Do you have a process to work on character archetypes outside of a specific character role?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, I have a lucky thing that when I hear somebody that I haven't, like a quality of a voice that strikes me, it'll be like in a room of something like, oh, huh? Is that? Wow. And I just lean into it and try to figure out where it's placed. Or, and I can create them that way, it's usually borrowing from people. Or you can just go on YouTube a lot of times and find people and play them and figure out their voice and find a voice. I'm still working on new ways to do it. I'm working on something right now that I'm making myself that I'm playing multiple characters, and so I have to really separate the sounds. And now I'm using images for each voice, which is, I've never done that before, but I was like, this voice is like if you were able to do very thin Jell-O and made a box out of it, that's this voice. And so I imagine this voice, the Jell-O box. It's just weird. I'm weird. Y'all know I'm weird. I do that. Look, here, let me give you this. This is a pen and pad set from the Marriott. Bombay. There you are. Oh yeah.
And the notepad.
Yeah, usually you get that at graduation, but I want you to use that for really important notes. Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Joseph, and I just want to say it's always a pleasure to have you come here to these conventions.
Thank you, man.
And my question is for you. If you had to go back to playing one droid, you played 3 droids in your life, who is your favorite and which one would you go back to?
Oh. K2SO. He's, yeah. Here, this is a card. There's nothing in it. It's just a blue piece of paper, but I wanna, I'll sign it. So now you figure out what the front of the card is, who the card is to, and I've signed it for them.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Heather.
Hi!
Hello. Without hoisting your own petard and giving out the name of the role, is there a role that you've regretted accepting?
Sure. Okay.
Next!
This is a sock that I cannot find the mate to. Have that. It's very warm. You can put it on your left foot or your right foot. Works for either one.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Frankie, and you voice a lot of fantastic characters in Harley Quinn. You also have some fantastic one-liners. So what is your favorite line from Harley Quinn?
Okay, well, it's with Clayface! And it was in an episode called Riddler U. And it was about where he goes undercover as Stephanie, who is in a sorority. And and Harley Quinn comes in and she's like, Clayface, what have you been doing? He's like, oh my God. And he's just completely lost in his character. He's not doing his job at all. And he's talking about his party, I think, that he's going to with Chad, because he's in love with Chad. And she's like, snap out of it, Clayface. She hits him, slaps him in the face, and his face turns back into Clayface for a second. But he says, Chad has huge areolas. She slaps him, and then his face comes back together, and he goes, they touch in the middle. That is ridiculous, and I love it. Okay, this is, so in our trek across the country, we stopped at the beautiful state park of Arches in Utah, and it's got those big orange arches in the desert, and they gave us this sticker that says, oh, this is Moab, so this might have been a different hike. Never mind about the arches, this is about Moab, and for some reason there's a fairy shrimp. Anyway, we did a hike with our dogs. There you go.
Hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Alex.
Yes.
I was wondering, from all of your roles, like ranging from like Dodgeball, Powerless to like Andor, Rogue One, like what role would be like the most sentimental or like special to you to get the opportunity to return to?
Oh, wow. I'd love to return to K2SO just because I want to go back to the original story. There's in Andor season 2, because of the way it was originally written for 5 seasons, and so there was ultimately 2 seasons of K2's character in the story, but it took them 2 years to do the first season, and they were like, this isn't going to work. And Diego's like, I'm getting older, and it's not gonna work out. So the second, and also the business was changing rapidly, and they're like, we're gonna just crunch all the next the next seasons down into one, and that's why I would go 2, 3 episodes or 4 episodes, and then it would, maybe it was only 2 episodes, 2 episodes, 3 episodes, and then jump, and then 3 episodes, and then jump. And so I would go back to, because they wake up K2SO, and then you jump to where he knows a lot. And I'm really interested in that time between where he's woken up and how he gets to who he is. Like all the trial and error. There's a lot of fun humor in all of that. And there was actually a scene in my audition for that role where they were landing on a planet that had a magnetic field. That was the audition. There's a magnetic field that they have to go through to land on this planet, and K2 goes haywire. So he begins slowing down and speeding up and changing. It's like a whoo, 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 like you had to just real quick flip, 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 flip. And it was a really fun scene to do. I'd love to do a scene like that. I'd love to do that. I'd like to see, him learn and make mistakes, and it would be very funny. Okay, I don't know if you have a pair of shoes. It looks like you do. Well, these are some classy, again, Marriott Bonvi slippers. Now you could take those to the beach,
The logo on it.
Yeah,
very
the
well,
gym. The gym. You can get
just
those.
in time for swimsuit season.
Yeah. Or any suit, swimsuit, 3-piece suit.
Hello again. What's your name again?
Lori from Duval.
Hello, Duval.
So I had to write this down so I didn't freeze up in front of the legend about it. So my gateway show is Resident Alien. Some kid over there told me you are the Duke of Weaseltown.
Weselton.
Not Weaseltown. So the Grimmer's Trip.
Yes. Your question, am I the Duke of Weaseltown or Weselton? It's Weselton. Here, now this is beautiful. This is gorgeous. And I hate to part with this.
I have a collection of those.
You haven't?
I always put my dirty laundry in them when I take home, so don't do that.
Yes. Well, you can put anything in this. This is a gorgeous, again, this is from the Marriott Bonvi. You could put food stuff in there.
Didn't have any bags.
Oh, look at that. There you go. Artwork goes in there easily. Cash, jewelry.
Hey, what's your name?
Trent.
What's that?
Oh, quick question on your voice work.
Yes.
How do you change your mindset when you're going from Disney, playing something kind of family friendly,
Yeah.
Hey Hey or something like that, DC, where you're playing Dr. Phosphorus,
Right.
who's going to melt someone's face just because it's funny.
Right. Well, luckily, that's really the script does most of it. Yeah, that was great. Like I came in to do Phosphorus with James Gunn, and I remember I came in. I was like, he's on fire. And I was like, I have a few things, like these fire ideas, the way that I can affect my voice. That it sounds like it's crackling around the edges, and this sort of thing that it's, that there's sort of flame rolling through the voice. And he's like, it kind of sounds more like you. That's good. I can do that too. This is actually, this was in here as another bag of crap. This PJ Harzma, who I talked about, Con Man, he and I, and he was the producer on Con Man with Nathan and I. Anyway, we also made a game. It was like on you could try to build your own con. It lasted for a while. Anyway, there's me, there's Nathan. This is a lanyard that we had from that. It was like a little Con Man merch thing that we had that we gave out, I guess. There you go. Really?
Hello. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, my name is Miko, and I'm wondering wondering, since you've been in the business for so long and had so many amazing roles, like, what do you think that directors may look for when they are casting someone? Now, it could be like acting or just like charisma or like whatever. I'm very curious.
I don't know. You know, I think people are more are better now than when I was starting. Like everybody is now, like when I grew up there, not everybody had a camera on their phone. Like people are used to speaking on camera. People are used to, you know, performing and they're more comfortable in front of camera. So I think technically people are more suited for it. I think just personality. It's a weird thing. I did a commercial once. I cast a commercial once. I directed a commercial before we did Con Man because I was like, oh, hope I can do this. And so I got a job as directing a commercial. And we were casting for this young man role, this teenage role, home for college. And I saw probably only about 20 guys that day. And there was like a guy who came in and was like, oh, I think this guy could do it. He's got it. This could work. And then the next guy came in and was like, oh, it's him. And I don't know, I couldn't tell you, he just was him. It just was it. That's just how it works. And I think that's usually what it is. Like you can squeeze yourself into all kinds of shapes trying to make it work, but if it isn't, it isn't. It's best to do what you do best when you're auditioning, because if they don't cast you for that, at least they saw what you do. So if a director's casting somewhere down the way and they go, you know what? Remember that freak we saw when we were bringing you in, and then you get to do it. Okay, I want to give you this. Is beautiful. This is a dry cleaning and laundry service thing. I'm gonna just check underwear. Only $3 a pair. There, you can have that. Use that however you like.
Congratulations. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hi. My question is, what is the one question that nobody has asked you at a con that you wish that they would have? Or was this question already asked previously?
Very meta. I like that.
Yeah. My God. I don't know. Hold on. I'm trying to find oh, no, you can't have that. It's something I found when I don't know, I found this when I was packing because we're moving. Comical mustache. You cannot have that. But I want you to have this. Look, I can give you this. Look, let me give you this. I don't have an answer to that question. This is a Once We Were Spacemen card that Nathan gave me and asked me to pass these out, and I haven't done it at all. I gave some people got some poker chips that he asked me to pass out, got those out. There were stickers, passed those out, and then these, which are metal, which have Nathan's signature on them and my signature on them. There you go. So that one is an abstract.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Mac. I was wondering, as somebody who has worked on both animated projects and live action projects, what would you find are like the biggest differences or similarities within process, like acting-wise, working with directors and such?
One of the great things about doing voiceover is that you are able to, let's say the line is, he has to Jerry Olive. They touch in the middle. You do it 3 times in a row. They do it in 3s when you're doing voiceovers. Like, give us 3, and you do, he's huge areolas. They touch in the middle. He has huge areolas. They touch in the middle. He has huge areolas. They touch in the middle. And you get to just go, and if you go, you know what, no, wait, let me do another 3. And you can do it take after take after take after take. When you're doing on camera stuff, you are under the gun with time. And I felt it mostly in Resident Alien the last season. Let's say Carissa and I, my wife and I, directed 2 of the episodes. She was my cohort because I couldn't watch. There was no replay, so she would have to tell me, you sucked in that one. She would never say that, but you know, she would say, I think you're gonna want another one of those. And that's, you sucked in that. yeah, you would be like, if a scene is taking too long, you're watching the clock, you're like, the next scene of the day is getting hosed. They're only getting 2 takes and we gotta move. We're having to cut this. It's a time crunch. So you have a lot more time when you're doing voiceover, which is great. This is the ticket that I had. It says my name there, Alan Tudyk, from New York, LaGuardia to Jacksonville, Florida. There you are.
Hello, what's your name?
Mary Grace. My question is, with your new podcast, if you can choose any guest, dead or alive, who would it be?
Wait, if I could any guest, dead or alive, who would it be? Any guest, dead or alive, that is really so many people. That's all the people. There are no not people. Oh my God. I mean, you know, I want to say, you know, like, Hitler. Dead. So Hitler, but dead. I'd like to have him on. No, that's awful. It's like, you know, I guess you'd have to ask for Jesus. You know, just to clear some things up. Like, everybody's got different ideas, and we gotta, let's get down to who is the man?
If you, I don't know if you have a podcast out, but if you had one and you had that opportunity, who would you pick?
Thank you.
Someone from Resident Alien. Just someone, because I feel like it's a lot of like people that either work just with Nathan or both of you, but I haven't heard anyone that just works with you.
Well, okay. So like either Jesus or Sarah Tomko. You're going All right.
My go-to to that question is always Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin. This is a contact. I believe it is my left contact, and that is signed. So you can feel free to put that in at any point, and you'll be able to see for miles.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Justin.
Hey, Justin.
Yeah, so my daughter, sitting in the middle here, she is an aspiring voice actor. She decided a couple of years ago that she decided she wanted to do that. So if you had any advice for a kid that is looking to get into the industry, what would you say?
I would say take acting classes and do plays and things, because an improv, like you were talking about, improv is a great. But you end up stumbling into that when you're doing theater or acting classes. They use improv a lot as a tool to learn and to practice and play. You know, when you're doing improv, you'll get a quick character, like, hey, you're a plumber on the moon, and then you don't have time to think about it, and you put yourself up in a scene, and you're doing that suddenly, and things will come out of you. You have no plan. You didn't know it was in you. It just happens, and then you have it. But everybody I know tends to, I asked my agent this question because I've gotten it before. I asked her, what does she tell people when they ask her? And she said improv, that you should do improv. Because if you get into it, like if you're on stage, a lot of agents and things will go to these performances and see and look for people because they're quick on their feet and they're funny. And a lot of times in voiceover, you end up coloring outside the lines. They like you to do your thing and then maybe add a couple of things. And Disney has done a lot of that. Okay, what do I have here?
Well, he's thinking, I was my 2 cents in, like, tell your daughter, create as well. Partner up with friends that she has chemistry with. Create their own stuff, not necessarily content, but just do that. And as Steve Martin says, become so good they can't ignore you.
I don't know if you suffer from any kind of acid reflux, but Peptid AC is a great little one-shot pill that takes care of you for up to want to say 8 hours. Anyway, there aren't any of that drug in here, but this is the box that it comes in. So you can find that on shelves. Brilliant.
Hey, what's your name?
Valerie.
Valerie, what you got?
Yes.
You did King River and Ludo from Star vs. the Forces of Evil.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what is your favorite line and or scene from both of those characters?
Oh my gosh, I do not know. That was a long time ago now. So the first voiceover job I got with Disney was King Candy. And I had already performed, it was cast and it's recording with King Candy. And between the recording and them finishing it, I auditioned for Star and the Forces of Evil, just like on the side. And got it. I couldn't believe it. And I got to be two people. I got to be King River, and who sounds a little like Clayface, and also like Wish, Valentino. Anyway, funny, they all come from me. So,
what was your favorite moments with this character?
Yes.
For King River, I really like when he calls Moon Pie.
Moon Pie.
Yeah. And for Ludo, I like when he's drifting through space, just narrating his
Oh
side.
yeah! Oh great!
Like he's trying to get the chips.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to get the chips.
Yeah. Here is someone gave this to me today, a man named Ray. He made this card. They've never seen them before. Here's a sleeve. It's me from Con Man. It's like a card. It looks like a real, and he really made these cards. So that's like a card thing. He said I could. He told me I could pass them out. So I don't give away things. People give me this. They give me that. All right, I have these. Yes.
Hey, what's your name? Laura.
What's your name?
Oh, hey. Hi. In Resident Alien, they determined that you were Goliath.
Yes.
How did you not remember that whole portion of your life? I was always confused on that.
It was confusing to me as well. He doesn't remember it because it hasn't happened yet, supposedly. Like the portals. I remember we got portals. There's portals in Resident Evil. And I remember going to Chris Sheridan, who created the show. I was like, "We have time machines?" He goes, "What? No. They're portals. They're time machines." Now we have time machines. So it was a time machine. It was a portal that you're able to go back and forth, and that's how he was. It hadn't happened yet.
I see.
So I have this gentleman, Ray, who gave this to me. He also did them from Resident Alien. I guess I didn't realize I have actual not so crappy crap. There you go. Yeah, because here's a lot of it.
Disney legend, Alan Tudyk. You're so busy. What's on the horizon that you're allowed to share with us?
Oh. Nothing. I guess I'm about to go do Superman 2. That's pretty cool. And other than that, just doing Once We Were Spacemen with Nathan Fillion. And if you listen to that podcast, it's really just Nathan and I BSing. If you have a time of the day where you're like, I need just noise, tune into us. We provide you with noise, inane noise, and I'll talk about whatever I'm doing there. But I've been really sort of enjoying a little bit of a break. We're moving, as I was saying, my wife and I. So I'm moving back to New York, and I'm hoping to maybe get back into theater a little bit. We'll see how it goes. Not necessarily up to me. Yeah, that, and there's...
I just missed you in Spamalot.
Oh, really? In Spamalot? Oh, wow. It's a good time. I'll probably not be doing another musical. That was a fortunate little musical that you didn't really have to sing very well to be in. not usually the thing with musicals. You don't need to sing, it's a musical. But yeah, that's how I started out, and that's where my wife and I yeah, she's a choreographer too, so, you know, if you saw Peacemaker, she choreographed the dance in the beginning. A lot of people know about that. Yeah, that was her. But she has a lot of, her experiences in stage and in contemporary dance, so she's looking forward to being in New York because that's where it is for her. And yeah. And then there's an animated show that we have a third season coming out, but nobody knows about this show. It's on Hulu, and I can't believe we got a third season. It's with John Hamm, because nobody knows about it. It's called, what is it called? Grimsburg, yes. That is what it's called. I've done 3 seasons of Grimsburg. Even I don't know the name. I play 2 characters in it. I play a German crazy person, and he's a killer. He's a murderer, and a teacher. And I also play another skeleton on fire, but he's kind of hey, what's going on? That's how he is. Woohoo! He's like a little bit like King Candy, but a little bit more woohoo. And I'm working on, we're recording right now for another season of Creature Commandos. And, yeah, that's gonna be cool. And another, I do a lot of American Dad, or I do this other character in American Dad, so I've done a few American Dads, but mainly, and a couple of movies I can't talk about, but there's I'm doing some big animated stuff. Yeah, some big animated things. And then in August, I'm going to become the legend of Alan Tudyk. That's right.
On behalf of myself and this audience, thank you. Thank you for your talents. Thank you. Do you want to take a picture with this wonderful audience?
Yes, I do.
All right, everybody, come out towards the stage. Not on the stage.